Hi, my name is Ariel and I am 13 years old. I am going to Lee Central Middle School and I am here to tell you about my experiencing in bullying.
So,
So when
Ariel,
it all
can you
happened,
tell me
Ariel?
when it all happened?
It happened my whole middle school year.
So, would you like to tell me why you crying, Ariel? Is it all coming back to you now? Would you like to take a break? We could take a break. Okay.
So what happened?
Well, it was when we was walking down the hall and this girl was picking at my hair. And every time I cried, I called my mother and I made up excuses to go home. I didn't want to tell an adult because I thought it would stop. But I learned that telling an adult would help. But when I did tell an adult, they didn't did anything. But it was the end of the year, so I just begged my mama, can I stay home the rest of the year? I have felt so bad about that, but it actually made me a little bit stronger. So I didn't really care. But my seventh grade year was was when all the mess started back up.
So your seventh grade year was when you wrote your suicide letter from her about your mother. That I got from your mother. Please tell me about it. You do not have to read it. Just tell me about it. What 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 caused you to wrote this letter, and how do you feel about it now?
Well, what caused me to wrote this letter was that I thought nobody liked me and that I was the joke of the town. And how I feel about it now, I think there's no reason to write this note.
You don't feel like that no more.
Nope.
So how you feel about the bullies who caused you to write that letter?
Mm, I don't want to wish no bad luck on people, but I hope they get where they coming from.
So continue on telling me what else happened.
Okay. My seventh grade year, we were just now coming back to school, and another girl started with me. Well, she was just like talking all the trash and talking about stuff, talking about me, like what she gonna do, how she gonna do it. And at first, I didn't pay her attention, but then the second time she started talking, I told the teachers, and the teachers ain't did nothing. I told the principal, and the principal ain't did nothing. So one day she started talking about me, and was I was going to fight her. They didn't did anything, so I was going to do something about it. But they didn't did anything. But they was going to write me up. But she was the one who was bullying me, and they was going to write me up. I realized that another
No.
girl was instigating all the news, and nothing that the other girl said was true. But my mama went to the girl house that was picking on me, and that was stopped. In my 8th grade year, it wasn't really much of bullying, but it wasn't a girl either. It was a boy this time, and he was talking about me, and he called me a B, and I didn't like that. My mama went to the bus driver. The bus driver said that she was gonna do something, but she didn't.
So your mother was the role model that helped change and stop the bullying throughout your middle school year for you.
Yes, but that 7th grade year made me so much stronger to be in the 8th grade. So I didn't even worry about what anyone said.
Ariel, I would like to thank you for telling your experience. And I know it might have been a hard conversation for you to recall, but I thank you and I hope you become a stronger woman from this and that your story changed the life of other people in the community and around the world.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for letting me tell my experience.
What is your opinions and feelings on bullying?
I feel very strong against bullying, but I myself have not seen bullying or taken part in bullying at Clemson. But I know it does happen, and I feel very strong against it, and it shouldn't happen.
What is your opinions and feelings on bullying?
Bullying is it's not good. It causes a lot of problems in people's lives, and it's just all around a terrible thing.
What is your opinions and views on bullying?
I think bullying is a very bad thing, and I know it takes place a lot of the times, even though some people don't see it. And I think if you do see it, you need to take action to stop it.
Hello, my name is Ruby Montgomery. I'm Ariel's mother, and I'm going to tell you today a little bit about her bullying and my experience as a parent of bullying. I has been going through this ever since she got into the middle school, and I kind of know how she feels because I was a bully when I was in school. Well, it started when Ariel was in the 6th grade. She are in the 8th now. 6th grade, she was having a little bit of trouble with girls, and I kept going to the school trying to get things done. And then we finally got it done. 7th grade. It was more.
Can you go into deep? Can you tell me how you got it done this 6th grade year?
6th grade year, I was talking to the principal, and I had went to the parent house. I have talking to the parents, and I have talking to the counselors at school. And what I find out is that the parents don't even know that their children is bullying other children. So somehow that got straightened out. The child went to the alternative school. So the 7th grade, she was being bullied a lot. She didn't want to go to school. When she go to school, she'd be there about an hour. And then she calling me, Mom, my stomach hurt. Mom, I don't feel good. And I had to keep going to pick her up. Then, when she came home one day, my other daughter told me, Mom, Air wrote a suicide note. So it was in her book sack. I got the suicide note out of the book sack. On the back, she have, time up, I'm dead. When I see that, I was hurted. I was so disgusted. I went to the school and I carried a note and I showed it to the principal. And I said, it's time to do something now. Because my child's grade was falling. She was failing things. And also her attitude with school have changed. She didn't want it to go to school. And I told them that I send my child to school to learn, not to be bullied and not to be picked on. So she claimed that she was going to do something. About maybe 2 or 3 days or maybe a week later, same things happened. So I went back to the school to pick her up because she called me when she got there about an hour. And after I went to the school to pick her up, I said, no more. I'm not doing it anymore. So I leave there and I went to the district office. When I went to the district office and I told them what went on, and I said there is a no bully policy, it's time to go to get it enforced. So all of a sudden she told me, say, well, don't worry. Leave it up to me. I gave her the child name and I told them all the procedures that I done been through. And this was on a Friday. And then she told me, say, since they work half a day on Friday, that she couldn't do nothing that Friday, but the Monday it will be done. Monday, I didn't have no problem. The district office later, Dr. Stover, called and she said that she got everything straightened. After that, time went on. The principal done changed the child out of all the area classes. Area got on the honor roll. Area started liking school. She started to want to go to school. Everything was great. And she was on the honor roll for the whole rest of the year. So then this year, they weren't even there maybe about 1 or 2 months. They started picking. This time it was a boy at first on the bus, calling her out of her name, making her cry, her come home cry. I went to the bus the next day. The next morning I went to the bus and I told the bus driver who she was having a little trouble with, and I told him that she got to do something or else I'm going to do something. So she told me, thank you for letting her know. So that night, it was parents' night. I saw the child parent up there at the school. I talked to the parents, and me and the parents talked to the both of them. And then they was friends ever since. But then the same little girl what was picking with her, the 6th grade, she told her, but Ariel, you say that I'm bullying you, I will bully you this year. So Ariel came, called me, and I went up there, and she was in the office crying, and I told him right then, this gonna stop. No more. So then, after that, they told me, say that they will have a meeting with the parent and the child. And I asked them, can I come? They told me, no, please do not come. So I didn't went. But then somehow they must be straightening it out. Because I don't have no more problem off Ariel. Her grades is still up, and she's still loving school.
So, has Ariel experience made you a better parent and better equipped to deal with bullying in the future from your kids?
My experience make me a better parent with the way of I dealing with bullying, because I know how bullying make me feel, so I know how to do. And now since that, I know exactly what I need to do. Instead of going through all the little channel, I go straight to the district.
Um, do you think that bullying can still occur later on in their life?
Yes, there always can be bullying. You can be bullied as an adult, so there will be bullying.
What is one thing that you would say to all the bullies out there?
That they need to really think about the future. Think about what might happen later on down the line when they done forget or they grown up. The child that being bullied, it will always stay with them.
What would you say to the kids now that are being bullied?
Stand up to your bully, because bullying mostly is nothing but mouth. And if you stand up to them and you let them know that you're not going to take it, they will stop. If they don't, then you need to tell a reasonable person, a responsible person, and don't take it.
I'd like to thank you for your response and telling your side of the story and Ariel's story. I know it might have been very difficult for you to recall the events that happened to you and your daughter. And I would like to wish you the best throughout your life now, and I hope you have a nice day.
Thank you, and I'm glad that I could have shared her story and what I think they can do to help with the bullying.
My name is Mosina Montgomery. I am 16 years old. My bullying started my 7th grade year at Lisa Middle School when this girl was just picking at me and always making fun of me for every little thing she could say or point out about me. It made me feel real stupid because I couldn't do anything. I didn't want to mess up my good record for what I had at school. I don't like getting in trouble a lot. I cried about like every day and got mad with everything because I knew that she would have said something mean or bad about everything I said or do. It just changed my life because I realized that I have to ignore things and move on with my life. Everyone's going to talk about me. It can't faze me. I'm a stronger person now, and now it don't happen because everyone know not to talk about me because I'm cool and they're like good, goofy, fun friends to be around. So I'm the kindest person.
So, so have bullying changed you for the better or for the worse?
For the better.
What is the worst part that you remember?
Being picked on by like that every single day.
Did anyone else at your school, was anyone else at your school picked on?
Yes,
Do you think that you could have done something to help them and they could have done something to help you?
it depends.
Depends on what.
If they was bullying them first, then it turned back on them.
So, how do you feel about your bullies now?
I don't really associate with them or talk to them or be around them or look at them, so it doesn't really matter.
If you have, if you could say one thing to them, what would that be?
Do better.
Um, Thank you for your response. I know it might have been hard for you to recall what happened to you over the years, and I hope that it do change for the better and that you have a great life.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Rakeem Wells, the filmer of this video. First, I would like to thank Ariel and her mother for telling her story. I was bullied too, so I know how hard it is to recall those terrible events. So as you can see, bullying is a real big problem, but we can do something to change that. If we stand up and speak out against bullying, we can make a difference in a child's life just like Ariel. It's never too late to stand up and speak out against bullying. You could change anybody's life. Thank you.